Hi guys. Finally. Okay. So finally you guys get to see the face behind the whole thing. So that's my daughter in the background, kind of just sliding. I do have 4 children. And breastfeeding is obviously what I do naturally as a mum. I'm a bit of a mess today.
8 times.
No.
Yes, just never mind. I won't say it while you're recording. Never mind.
Okay. Anyway, so yeah, when with breastfeeding, obviously, and breastfed babies, they feed a lot more, and it means that sometimes you have to stop anywhere and kind of just pull over and breastfeed if they're hungry. Don't be embarrassed by that. Don't feel ashamed by it. I don't hide. I just do it because they need to eat, and it's about normalizing what's normal, and it's normal to breastfeed.
No, you can take a lick. Yeah,
no, thank you. Also, as you can see, I'm being force fed. I wanted to just add a few points and tips on breastfeeding in general and the benefits of it. So, yeah, she's really hungry today. When breastfeeding, it helps to regulate the baby's temperature, which is really important because babies can't actually regulate their own temperature at all. So that helps to regulate their temperature, their heart rate, pretty much everything. It calms them down and it maintains homeostasis in the body for the baby, which is another reason why breastfeeding is important. It's not just about, you know, them having breast milk. It's also about being close to mum. Your baby being close to you anyway helps to regulate their heart rate and keeps them calm and happy. As you know, skin to skin contact is very much promoted from birth, and it's something that, you know, I try to maintain. So sometimes I do breastfeed you know, without having like a shirt on, so that there is that skin to skin contact as well, or just have cuddles without, you know, clothes on. It helps with your bonding. It helps your baby to, like, you know, be familiar with your scent. So the reason why I am now doing a video where it shows my face is because I feel like it makes it a bit more personal, and it allows for people to see a face, to be able to talk to someone and have, you know, that connection. So obviously it's always been my beautiful daughter Skylar that you've seen being breastfed. I didn't manage to do any breastfeeding journey videos with my baby, who's actually in the back, Kylo. He is going to be 2 in July. I stopped breastfeeding him about 9 months. He was very eager to eat, so he eats full, like, meals. He's not interested in breast milk at all. So yeah, that's really what this little quick video is about. As I said, I have had 4 children, and I wanted to just stress the importance of not enough information being given to mums, new mums, mums that's already had babies. Bear in mind there's, you know, quite a big gap between my children. I've got an 11-year-old, an 8-year-old, and that's lovely, darling. Could you close the door, please? It's cold. And then, you know, a baby that's soon to be 2, and then Skylar. So it is really, I found that after I had Kylo, it was kind of like, oh yeah, breast is best, give him breast milk, you know, breastfeeds, that they promoted that, which is fantastic, but they kind of just left you to get on with it, especially if it's not your first child. And I just feel as though there needs to be some element of additional support as well, not just for new moms, because, you know, there's a whole 8-year gap in between my children. So, you know, it's not that anything changes with breastfeeding, but, you know, you have to learn to latch your baby on. It's, you know, it does come sometimes as second nature, other times it doesn't, not to all mums. And, you know, there's things that you do worry about as a mother when it comes to breastfeeding, just full stop. So I found that, you know, I remember being absolutely traumatized with my second child when I was breastfeeding, because my nipples became very, very sore and cracked, and it got to the point that when I was breastfeeding, they don't want me to talk. It got to the point that when I was breastfeeding, you know, my nipples were like literally cracked and bleeding. I didn't know about like nipple guards and things like that. Those weren't told to me, said to me. I had no idea. So I thought I had to just endure the pain. And until the point that it became Kylo until the point that it became very ridiculous that like I was breastfeeding my baby and there was like blood in her mouth while she's feeding, and I just thought, nah, like this is just unbearable. It's horrible to see. I was literally crying because it just wasn't working. Yeah, go. Because it just wasn't working for me at all. So I just couldn't bear it anymore. And go on, go. Put this. Put it. No. Just put it down. Go inside.
Whoa.
What's the matter?
I can't bring my food into the bathroom.
Okay, put it down. Put everything down. No, you can't bring that in either. Yeah, it got to the point that like I just thought it was ridiculous, and that I can't, like, sorry, like there's a lot of interruptions in my video, but obviously, like I said, I'm a busy mum of 4. But yeah, it got to the point that I was like, no, I can't keep on doing this. And I was like crying every time I was feeding my baby because I was in pain. And then, you know, obviously I was really, really down about the fact that my nipples were bleeding, and then my baby's like got blood in her mouth. It was just horrendous. It was an awful thing to see. And you know, when I did speak to like my midwife or like my health visitor, their reactions was very kind of like blasé about it, like, oh yeah, no, that happens sometimes. And I'm just like, okay, but no one told me this. I didn't experience it with my son. I experienced like the soreness, but never like to the point that it's bleeding or anything like that. And it wasn't until one health visitor said to me, oh yeah, no, do you know what, why don't you just use some nipple cream? There's like nipple creams that are available. And I was like, oh, I didn't know that. So yeah, get yourself some nipple cream. They are available, and there's nipple guards as well that you can put over to kind of like help. But the nipple cream was really, really helpful. I think it was made out of like sunflower oil or something like that, and it healed it up really, really quickly within like a few days. And you know, it stopped all of that process. But yeah, so you don't have to suffer. Also, I found that, you know, when I was ill, as I said in one of my videos before, I did one of my videos about, you know, I got told, oh no, like by like the older generation is what I'm going to call them, you know, oh, don't breastfeed your baby whilst you're sick, your baby's going to get ill. And I ended up not breastfeeding my baby. Oh, pardon you. Well done. It's a nice burp. Oh, any more? Was that a bit sick? Yeah, I ended up not breastfeeding my baby whilst I was sick, and I was panicking because I'm thinking, oh my god, I don't want to make my baby ill, and you know, didn't know what else to do. All my babies are like milk protein intolerant, so I ended up you know, bottle feeding or finding a formula or going through the whole trial and error thing and realizing that my baby has gotten intolerant, which was a horrendous process, and didn't know what to do. That was with my firstborn, and I ended up with mastitis, which is like an infection in your breast where, you know, your breast becomes really, really inflamed, and you end up like quite ill with a temperature. I just wasn't well at all, so obviously if I'm unwell, how can I look after my baby properly? But yeah, they didn't tell me, you know, oh, by the way, if you do get cold, if you do get ill, still breastfeed your baby. It does nothing to them. I had to kind of learn that information on my own and find that out on my own. So I am definitely promoting breastfeeding even if you're ill. You know, unless it's something that you can like pass on to the baby. I mean,
Something
there isn't very
contagious.
much that you can. But yeah, just keep on breastfeeding, and it does get easier and it does get more bearable, and you're doing the best that you can. At the end of the day, I always feel like mummy knows best. I still very much wanted to be breastfeeding, and I just felt like I was such a failure because I couldn't breastfeed my baby because I was sick. Anyway, you're not a failure. You're not messing up. You're doing absolutely fine. As I said, the antibodies that your body does produce to help you, is your body's very, very good at being preemptive and, you know, protecting the baby first. As when you're pregnant, your body always, you know, distinguishes what's good, what's bad, and, you know, tries to send only what's good to your baby. It's pretty much the same as when you're breastfeeding. Your body is pretty much trying to maintain for your baby and look after your baby and giving your baby the best things. Whilst I was ill, I found drinking a lot of orange juice and eating a lot of fruits, and basically having like a healthy, balanced diet. At that point, I was quite young, because I had my first child at 18. I was quite young, so I didn't have, like, you know, the knowledge to, or even like, I just didn't have the knowledge, I think, is what I'm gonna say. So I spent a lot of time kind of just like watching my baby, worrying about whether he's okay or not, and, you know, constantly checking on him. I would forget to eat quite a lot of the times. So what I have found helpful is, whilst you're feeding a baby, don't worry about the little crumbs that might drop. Eat, yeah, eat whilst you're feeding, because the likelihood of you actually getting a chance to sit down and have a meal in silence or being left alone to eat is not gonna happen. So what I found was best was just eat whilst my baby's eating. So, you know, whilst my baby's being breastfed, I will like have, or if you have a supportive partner that will help you to eat, or if your partner goes to work during the day and you're finding that you're forgetting to have meals and things like that, like ask him if he can make you like a packed lunch, if they can make you a packed lunch or something like that, so that, you know, it prompts you to eat at lunchtime. Because I found that in the morning I might have had something, but then lunchtime would come and wouldn't have anything until like dinner, and that's when, like, you know, I remember, oh yeah, no, I haven't eaten. And try and have handy like a bottle of water with you, or some juice, anything. Do you know what, drinking anything, not anything, but you know what I mean, drinking is better, anything possible, like orange juice, apple juice, whatever juice you've got, if possible water, but drinking whatever that's available and that you have is better than drinking nothing at all. You need to be having a large amount of fluid intake, because just like when you're pregnant, a lot of your circulatory volume tends to go to the placenta and the baby. It's pretty much similar. A large percentage of your water and your circulatory volume is used to help to produce milk for your baby. So that's why it's also important to have plenty to drink. Okay, I'm gonna wrap this video up because actually we're just waiting for my son to finish jiu-jitsu, and as I said, I've got the other 3 kids with me. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all your support, and we will see you again next time in another video. Maybe I'll do a video on, you know, colic or burping or something like that. I'm not too sure. I'm still trying to figure out what it is exactly that people want to know and what people find important. So yeah, once I've worked it out. Yes,
And what if you ask them to write down in the comments what they want?
that's a good shout. Why don't you write down in the comments what you want videos of or on? Because surely just watching me breastfeed may not be what you want. I'm pretty open to doing other videos as well. That's going to help people. I don't know if I've actually said it, I probably haven't said this, but I'm actually a nurse as well. So, you know, this is why this particular topic is so important to me. I've worked in many of different areas and things like that, and I've got a lot of children in my family as well, and I've kind of seen and heard what information is given to them. And I think, you know, the healthcare service does try to, you know, give as much information as possible, but sometimes it's just they don't have the time. So if you have anything that you don't know or that you want to know, or any sort of videos that you want me to do on any particular topics, let me know in the comment box below, or just privately email me. I'm happy to do you know, do a video on those things. I'll drop my email in the description box so that you guys can get through to me. So yeah, as again, thank you guys for watching. Say bye bye, baby Skylar. Bye bye. Okay, and we'll see you again in the next video. Bye. Say bye. Okay, now they're silent.
Me?
Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you liked my content, and again, comment in the comment box. Let me know what you like. And yeah, we'll see you again soon. Thank you again, and don't forget to subscribe.